Hello again. Christos Anesti, Christ is risen. Welcome back to week 36 of year 5 of the Religious Education Initiative. This is day 2. We're continuing to read this sermon of St. Epiphanios of Cyprus for Holy Saturday. So last time we began to read this sermon by St. Epiphanios of Salamis, which is the capital city of Cyprus at the time. This sermon was delivered on Great and Holy Saturday, and it reflects on the wonder of God lying in the tomb. This connects, of course, with the themes that we observe the evening of Holy Friday and the morning of Holy Saturday. So, in the first portion of this sermon, we saw St. Epiphanios reflect deeply on how the Lord stands between two living creatures, and he lists a great many points where the Lord, as he is united with us in death, is the still point around which all the creation turns. This time, we will see him continue to reflect on the Lord's life and death, and we'll see him reflect on how Joseph of Arimathea goes to ask Pilate for the Lord's body to give him burial. So this is part 2. 40 days after his first birth, Christ went up to the earthly Jerusalem, to the temple, and as firstborn brought a pair of turtle doves to God. And 40 days after his rebirth from the dead, Christ ascended to the Jerusalem which is above, whence he had never been parted, into the true Holy of Holies, as the incorrupt firstborn from the dead. And he brought to God his Father, like two unblemished turtle doves, our soul and our body. And God, the Ancient of Days, took him up in his arms, like another aged Simeon, into his uncircumscribed bosom. Now, if you hear these things as fables, and not with faith, the unbroken seals of the tomb of Christ's lordly rebirth are your accusers. For just as Christ was born of a virgin while keeping sealed the bolts that open the womb, Christ's rebirth took place without breaking open the seals of the tomb. Let us then listen to the sacred oracles concerning how Christ the life was laid in the tomb, when and by whom. When the even was come, it says, there came a rich man named Joseph. The same went in boldly unto Pilate, and asked of him the body of Jesus. Mortal went in unto mortal, and asked to receive the God of mortals. Clay asks clay to receive the fashioner of all. Straw from straw seeks to carry off the heavenly fire. A tiny drop from a drop receives the whole ocean. Who has ever seen or heard the like? Man grants man, the creator of men. A lawbreaker ventures to hand over the lawful legislator of laws. An unjust judge sends to burial the judge of judges as one judged. When the even was come, there came a rich man named Joseph, rich indeed, for he carried away the whole compound person of the Lord. Truly rich, for he received the dual essence of Christ from Pilate. Yea, verily rich, for he was vouchsafed to carry off the priceless pearl. Rich indeed, for he bore off a sack full of the treasure of divinity. How could he not be rich, who acquired the life and the salvation of the world? How could Joseph not be rich, who received as a gift the nourisher and master of all? When the even was come, for the Son of Righteousness had now set in the grave, wherefore there came a rich man named Joseph of Arimathea, which was a disciple secretly for fear of the Jews. And there came also Nicodemus, who once came to Jesus by night. O hidden mystery of mysteries! 2 secret disciples come to hide away Jesus in a tomb, teaching by their hiding the hidden mystery of God hid bodily in the grave, each one outdoing the other in their zeal for God. Nicodemus magnanimous in providing the myrrh and aloes, and Joseph meritorious for his boldness and daring before Pilate. You see, this latter, casting off all fear, went in boldly unto Pilate, and asked the body of Jesus. Now when he went in, he dealt very shrewdly, so as to achieve his desired aim. Hence he used not pompous and high-sounding words with Pilate, lest he provoke him to anger and be denied his request. Neither did he say, Give me the body of Jesus, who just a short while ago darkened the sun, rent the rocks, made the earth to quake, opened the graves, and rent in twain the veil of the temple. Nothing of this sort said he to Pilate. What then? A small request. O judge, I am come to ask a small favor of you. Give me to bury the dead body of the one condemned by you, Jesus of Nazareth, Jesus the pauper, Jesus the wanderer, Jesus hanging naked, Jesus the commoner, son of a carpenter, Jesus the prisoner, Jesus bereft of shelter, the stranger unknown among strangers, who lies hanging, scorned by all and hated. Give me this stranger, for what use to you is the corpse of this stranger? Give me this stranger, for he has come here from a far country to save strangers. Give me this stranger, for he has come down into darkness to draw up the strangers. Give me this stranger, for he alone is truly a stranger. Give me this stranger whose country is unknown to us strangers. Give me this stranger whose father is unknown to us strangers. Give me this stranger whose place and manners are unknown to us strangers. Give me this stranger who lived a strange life among strangers. Give me this Nazarene stranger whose birth is unknown to us strangers. Give me this voluntary stranger who hath not where to lay his head. Give me this stranger who as a stranger in a strange land was born homeless in a manger. Give me this stranger who from this same manger fled Herod as a stranger. Give me this stranger who from infancy lived in Egypt, a stranger, having neither city nor village nor house nor lodging nor kinsfolk, dwelling in foreign parts with his mother, while yet possessing all things. Give me, O governor, this man crucified and naked, that I may cover him who covered my nature's nakedness. Give me this man, at once dead and God, that I may cover him who covered my sins. Give me to bury this dead man, wronged by all, betrayed by a friend, sold by his disciple, persecuted by his brethren, buffeted by his own servants. I entreat thee for a dead man, condemned by those he freed from bondage, given vinegar to drink by those he nursed like babes, wounded by those he healed, abandoned by his disciples, deprived of his own mother. I implore you, O Pilate, for a dead man hanging on a tree, seeing he has on earth no father at his side, neither any friend, nor disciple, nor kinsman, nor any to bury him, but is all alone in the world, the only begotten of the only Father, himself God, and no other. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. Um, and in truth, what Saint Epiphanios is doing is taking the entirety of the Lord's Passion, the entirety of Holy Week, all of these themes, and weaving them together into a single meditation on the collision of the Lord's divinity in his humility, manifesting his humanity, bringing his divinity into our darkness and brokenness, and healing us by estranging himself. Although he is never estranged from his divinity, from the Father, and yet he estranges himself from us, or rather we make him a stranger in rejecting him, and exactly in that he joins himself with us who have made ourselves strangers from him, and he heals us. It's magnificent and it's beautiful. So this a hymn adapted from this sermon, of course, is what we sing as we go around the church in procession with the Lord's body. It's adapted much later in, I think, the 1300s, but this is, I believe, the source, the origin. In Greek, it's ton ilion krypsanta. When the sun had hid its rays, then Joseph went to Pilate to ask for this stranger Christ. So anyway, we'll read more of this, but the sermon really speaks for itself, reflecting on and meditating on the wonder of God become human, of God suffering death for us and healing us even in his humiliation. So God bless you all. Christos Anesti, Christ is risen. We'll see you shortly for day 3.